CABR is Beamr's content adaptive bitrate mechanism. It's a rate control mechanism that provides, on a frame-by-frame basis, the best compression parameters to a video encoder that retain the full quality of the encoding while reducing the bitrate as much as possible. On a frame-by-frame basis, the mechanism of CABR works in a closed loop, trying various compression parameters on that frame, and it checks the quality of the frame using a very unique perceptual quality measure that we have developed. After checking the quality of the frame using those various parameters, we find the right parameter for that frame, which provides the best quality at the lowest bitrate, and then we move on to the next frame. CABR technology has been developed by Beamr for the past 7 years, and to date we have 33 granted patents on this technology and another 11 granted patents on our general encoding technology. So with CABR rate control, you set the target bitrate, and the encoder goes and does a reference encode at that target bitrate, and then reduces the bitrate as much as possible while keeping the full quality of video encoded at that bitrate. Using CABR, you can reduce your bitrate by 20 to 50% while retaining the full quality of your video. When we initially developed the CABR technology, we developed it as a standalone application, and this application is called the Beamr Optimizer. The Beamr Optimizer accepts as input a file that's already been encoded by another video encoder to a certain bitrate, and this serves as a quality reference for the Beamr Optimizer. Then the Beamr Optimizer goes on and encodes the file again at the lower bitrate, which still matches the quality of the input encoded file. So this is kind of a second pass encoding. The advantage of Beamr Optimizer is that you can use it on all your existing database of encoded files and create new versions of those files that have lower bitrate. The second thing we did with CABR is actually integrate it into an encoder. After we acquired Vanguard Video in 2016, and they were a leading developer of H.264 and HEVC software encoders, we've integrated the CABR technology into their software encoders, and then we created integrated solutions. Beamr 5X is an optimizing HEVC encoder, a software encoder that has CABR technology built in, and Beamr 4X does the same for AVC. With an integrated encoder, we get the raw video into the encoder, and we do the encoding and the optimization in one pass. So the benefit for the user is that he gets better video, and he doesn't have to encode the video twice, and also the performance is faster, because when we encode the video, we don't do a full encode of the video, we only do a test encode of the part that is affected by the compression parameters that we alter in each iteration. So basically Beamr 4X and Beamr 5X are integrated encoders by Beamr, which have the optimization technology and can produce H.264 and HEVC streams that are 20 to 50% lower in bitrate than what other H.264 and HEVC encoders produce. Our latest offering is CABR as a library. So we've taken this technology of perceptual optimization, the content adaptive bitrate rate control, and we've extracted it out of the encoder, and it is now available as a standalone library. So this library can be easily integrated through an API with any software or hardware video encoder, and it works with any block-based video encoding standard. So the CABR library can be integrated with H.264, HEVC, VP9, and AV1 encoders. Beamr has taken the CABR library and integrated it with the Intel hardware encoder. Intel has a hardware encoder inside their GPU, which is available through the Media SDK. The Intel Media SDK exposes the hardware encoder to the software layer running on the CPU. So with the integration of Beamr CABR library with the Intel hardware encoder through the Media SDK, we create a joint solution where the Intel hardware encoder does very high performance encoding of the video in hardware, and the CABR library running in software on the CPU instructs the video encoder what compression parameters to use on each frame. In this way, you can accelerate the CABR encoding process by up to 10 times, because we are creating a hybrid software-hardware solution which includes our CABR technology and is based on the Intel hardware encoder.